Hello everyone, welcome to the Geopolitics YouTube channel, your one-stop channel for news on international affairs and strategic issues in English. We are focused on UPSC GS paper 2, political science and IR optional, and all of you must have seen the rise of international affairs related current affairs in prelims of UPSC. So here you will get all that solution with free PDF and short notes to help you in a quick revision. So now let's back to our video. In recent days, you all must have seen, which has almost taken over corona crisis coverage, is Israel-Palestine conflict or Israel-Hamas conflict. So what's this issue? Why this fighting? Who is responsible for this violence? What is its historical background and a contextual timeline of whole history of this conflict from 1948 to 2021 we will discuss in this video. This issue is also important from perspective of UPSC examination, as in prelims itself, questions like about Golan Heights, two-state solutions and many others have already been asked, and there are good chances that in future too questions from this conflict or from this geography can be asked. So let's start with history so that you get a very basic understanding of whole issue. So it all started 100 years back and it's most enduring conflict of the world. It is between Jews and Arabs over a piece of land between Jordan River and Mediterranean Sea. Right here you can see the geographical location and map of this area. In between 1888 to 1948, Jews from all around the world gathered here in what used to be called Palestine that time. This movement was called Aliyah, A-L-I-Y-A-H. In 1917, after World War I, when Ottoman Empire fell, then Britain got control over Palestine. After this, a Balfour Declaration was issued, and its aim was that Jews will establish in Palestine land, which was then controlled by Britain. Jews all over the world supported this, while Arabs who used to live in this place rejected this idea. After this, due to blessings of British, Jews started to settle in Palestine, but it was on a very small scale. Later, when almost 6 million Jews were persecuted during Holocaust in Germany by Hitler, every Jew started one demand: a separate Jewish state for Jews. Before this, Jews were scattered in many parts of the world, mostly in Western countries. So now, in this background, a large migration of Jews towards the Palestine started. Jews calls this piece of land their natural home, as they have historical, cultural, ancestral relation to this land and city of Jerusalem. When Jews started settling, Arabs didn't leave the Palestine. That time, international community, mostly Western power, supported Jews. In 1948, Britain lifted its control over Palestine area and Jews declared creation of new Jewish state called Israel. Seeing this, the Arabs who lived there opposed it and an armed conflict broke out. It made thousands of Palestinians flee their homes. Palestinians called this Al-Nakba, which means a catastrophe. In all this conflict, Israel gained maximum territory. Seeing the pain and migration of Muslims, a large amount of anger engulfed neighboring Muslim countries. Jordan and Egypt went to war with Israel. Jordan seized control over one part, which is now called West Bank. Egypt also gained some land, which was called Gaza, and the rest was in the control of Israel. So what used to be Palestine was no more. There was Gaza, there was West Bank, and there was Israel. During all this, most suffered were peoples who were living in those areas. Thousands flee their houses and migrated to other countries. The city of Jerusalem, which is most important city, got divided between West Jerusalem controlled by Israel and East Jerusalem controlled by Jordan. In 1967, again a 6-day war broke out, and this time Israeli forces captured East Jerusalem and West Bank. Various areas of Syrian Golan Heights, Gaza and Egyptian Sinai Peninsula, and some more areas of Jordan, Syria and Lebanon were also captured by Israeli forces. All of this happened mostly due to support of Western countries. After this war, United Nations mediation happened. Israel agreed to pull its forces out of Gaza. Israel said whole of Jerusalem is its capital, while Palestinians called East Jerusalem is theirs. After this, almost thousands of Jews began settling in Jerusalem, and approximately 600,000 Jews lives there in city of Jerusalem today. Palestine objected this and called this Jewish settlement illegal. And in this background, this conflict even today continue to persist. Complicated history plus settling plus any provocative action from any group makes situation bad to worse every time after gap of few years. Now let's see one more significant actor in this whole conflict, and that is called Hamas. Hamas is a Sunni fundamentalist organization. Israel and many other countries called it a terrorist group. It's mainly predominant in Gaza Strip. In 1987, it came into existence. In today's time, political class of Palestine is seen as a weak compared to Israel. So Hamas gained popularity, and now countries like Egypt, Qatar, and even United Nations mediators prefer Hamas over political class of Palestine to negotiate. So this was whole of the background and about the major actors in this conflict. So now let's come to the recent conflicts. Coming to recent incidents happened in Jerusalem, if we see recently Israeli armed forces stormed Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem after a small protest by Palestinians. It was right before a Zionist nationalist Jews march to commemorate Israeli capture of Eastern Jerusalem in 1967. In this Al-Aqsa Mosque, which is considered third holiest mosque in Islam, and also it is month of Ramadan, hundreds of Palestinians were injured. Hamas saw this as an opportunity to grow its popularity and showcase itself as a true defender of Palestinian cause. Hamas warned Israel and then started firing hundreds of rockets all over Israel. In retaliation, Israeli defense forces began airstrike inside Gaza on Hamas leaders, their buildings, property and their offices. What was much interesting in this case was that in just few days it became so worse that it seems now that both Israel and Hamas are now going for a full-blown war. Israel has put its military on Gaza border and they can anytime enter into Gaza. This will be a full-blown war. Meanwhile, Israeli fighter planes are already bombing inside Gaza. In these bombings, hundreds of civilians have also died. Meanwhile, inside Israel, Arab population, which is 20% of Israel's total population, and ultra-right Jewish groups clashed with each other in many Israeli cities. Inside Israel, there is riots in many parts of the country. So Israel is tackling both external and internal threats in this conflict. Now if we see what led to this spiral, then apart from anger against Al-Aqsa Mosque raid, there was already anger amongst Palestinians on Sheikh Jarrah dispute. So what is this Sheikh Jarrah dispute? So if we talk about Sheikh Jarrah dispute, I have already told you that many Palestinians left their land in 1948. 28 families of these migrants moved to Sheikh Jarrah place in Eastern Jerusalem and they settled there. That time, this area was under control of Jordan. In 1967, after Six-Day War, Israel again captured this Eastern Jerusalem. After this, Jews real estate agencies started settling Jews there. They demanded the eviction of these 28 Arab families from this land, as according to them, they have already purchased these lands in 1885. On this issue, the matter was in Central Court of Eastern Jerusalem. And this year, Central Court in Eastern Jerusalem gave verdict in favor of Jews and ordered these families to evicted from Sheikh Jarrah. This issue has caused a widespread anger amongst Arab population of Israel. Israeli Supreme Court was to hear this case on May 10th, but due to large-scale rioting and crisis, government of Israel advised its Supreme Court to postpone this issue, and Supreme Court agreed to postpone the hearing. So in this background of Sheikh Jarrah issue, Al-Aqsa Mosque raiding, all these things got spiraled so quickly as there was already anger present on ground. Now let's see what is the present situation. So presently, Hamas continues to fire rockets on Israel. Israel continues its airstrike on Hamas, and it is also preparing for a land invasion in Gaza. Now if we see who is enduring this all conflict, or who can be said responsible for all this conflict, and the answer is how you see this issue. From Israeli prism, it's Hamas. From prism of Arabs, it is Israeli caretaker Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. If we talk about Hamas, its objective of representing itself as defender of Palestinian cause and gained more traction is already happening. Similarly, Israeli caretaker Prime Minister Netanyahu, who after 4 undecisive elections is again planning to go to election, also trying to use this conflict as in the form of his image building. He wants to showcase himself as protector of Jewish state. Amidst all this, most suffered are civilians, whether it's in Gaza or in Israel. Now I have told you that Hamas is firing hundreds of rockets on Israel. So the question is how Israel is defending itself from these rocket attacks, and the answer is Iron Dome. It is a short-range ground-to-air air defense system which is used for countering rockets, mortars, artillery, aircrafts, UAVs, helicopters and many. Its success rate is 90%, so it's neutralizing 80 to 90% of rockets fired by Hamas towards Israel. In India, for this cause, we have S-400 system which we are buying from Russia, Prithvi air defense system, Ashwin interceptor missile and many others. Now at last, let's see what is India's stand. If we go into history, then India recognized Israel in 1950 itself. But India was also first non-Arab country to recognize PLO as sole representative of Palestinians. It recognized statehood of Palestine in 1988. India believes in two-state solution. In recent conflict in United Nations, India condemned the violence, calls both sides to avoid change in status quo. In last but very significant, India condemned rocket attacks fired from Gaza on Israel. So this was all the context, history, present situation, facts and India's position on Israel-Palestine, Israel-Hamas conflict. Hoping that you would have learned something. With that, it's a wrap of this video.
You can get free PDF of this video at our Telegram channel Geopolitics YouTube and our Facebook group Geopolitics YouTube. If you like this video, please consider liking it. Please don't forget to subscribe our channel. We will continue to bring quality content for you. We will meet in our next video. Till then, thank you and have a nice day.